So, welcome to the Northern Nibs Podcast. This is episode 152, and if I don't say that right now because we've been doing math, I'll go ahead and forget it. My name is Jocelyn, my co-host is
Diana,
and we are technically a knitting and fiber-related podcast. I always derail us. It's Sunday afternoon. We haven't even had 7 days since the last time we recorded, so heavens knows it's all going to be about story time, guys.
and we've had coffee.
We had just had coffee.
Yeah.
I finished my coffee. I'm on to more bubbly sugar stuff, so that's a thing.
I had so much sugar and now I'm having coffee.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Fueled by Bannock.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we had
Good
to fix that Bannock memory. That was offensive.
My only
Offensive.
memory of Bannock was in 5th grade. We went to camp and they taught us how to make fires, and then they gave us a stick with some Bannock dough on it and told us to cook it over the fire, not explaining how to cook over a fire. And so the outside was burnt, the inside was raw, and no amount of brown sugar and cinnamon that they gave us could fix that. And so that was my memory of Bannock. This has now been rectified. Bannock is delicious.
I was offended. I was like, oh no. No. I grew up eating lots of Bannock. Prepared by my mom, prepared by grandmas at schools and elementary schools, because guys, I didn't do elementary school down here. Okay, no, correction. I did kindergarten to grade 2 in Winnipeg, because that was the first time I lived in Winnipeg. And then we moved up north, and I did the other half of grade 2 to like grade 7 just before I turned 13. And then my dad moved us back to Winnipeg. No, back to Brandon. So I was born in Brandon, grew up on a farm, came to Winnipeg, moved to Iqaluit, moved back to Brandon. I then on my own moved to Grand Prairie, back from Grand Prairie, and then now back to Winnipeg.
And here I am freaking about one move to one province over, and you've done all that 60 billion times.
And my father's not in the military. We have to make this clear. I am not. It's just what happens. And before I was born, I think mom and dad used to live like in the Yukon or Yellowknife. And they also live like, it's just, moving is a thing that we do as a family.
Okay, can I ask, how did your parents meet?
High school.
Okay.
My mom started dating dad because he had a cool car.
Okay. High
She
school
had
where?
rules.
Because it like might not even be in Canada at this point.
I think Brandon?
Okay.
Brandon.
Just everybody's
Brandon.
moving all over the place. Like, how did they even like wind up in the same spot for long enough?
High school. Dad was pretty and he drove a nice car. That's what mom says.
Okay. I can see that.
Must be Brandon because grandma and grandpa owned a farm. So it had to have been Brandon. But yeah, dad's always taking jobs in new places and new locations to try things and do stuff. And my mom's worked for the government of Canada until she retired. So she just got a transfer to a new department and followed dad when she could. We've always been that way.
Cool.
Yeah. It's made my life terribly fun and interesting. It also means I literally have family or friends coast to coast. Literally coast to coast, guys.
I had a very boring childhood. I grew up in one spot. It was very stable and boring.
I have an aunt in BC if you want to go hug trees and drive around and hang out in saunas.
Heck yeah.
Well, I have an open invitation to go hang out with her. She's freaking delightful. I love her. She's a really, really sweet lady.
So are the trees in the saunas, or
I have no idea.
how does that work?
Well, the only other time I was out to visit that city, unfortunately, my uncle, I have many uncles and all of my aunts are married into my family. To make this very clear off the start. If I say aunt, it's married in. If I say uncle, it's a brother. Because my dad only has brothers. My mother only has brothers. All the aunts marry in.
Alright.
So my uncle had been diagnosed with a terminal cancer. So I was out to visit with him specifically before it got too bad and he passed away.
Right.
So I didn't do a lot of touristing the last time I was out there.
That's totally fair.
I was busy doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like, I'd like to go back and do touristy stuff because I feel like that'd be really fun. And the answer to the question is we're starting with the pink, so we end on a green. I'm going to explain that in a moment, guys. I've just magically lost my mind. I'm winding sock yarn today. Let's talk knitting, not sad, depressing things like uncles dying.
Okay. The coffee that we are fully fueled on is the 1850 Midnight Gold, which is dark roast.
It is a dark roast. It's
And
a
it's
freaking
delicious.
good cup of coffee.
I've also got, what was that? The skinny syrup
It's
from...
Jordan's skinny syrup and the vanilla bean flavor because it's corn free. And there's no real anything in it at all. It's sugar-free, it's calorie, it's just, there's nothing but chemicals, and they are dang tasty chemicals.
They're really good, tasty chemicals.
They're
And they go
really-
real nice with this coffee.
Yeah, you have the
It's
fake,
really good.
you do with the same line, and they're fake foam, which is also entirely shelf-stable and entirely fake. Super delightful. I'm like, oh, I'm a convert. Cool.
You notice me making faces? I had a wisdom tooth pulled on Friday, and it's in the bruised, healing, itchy stage right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine. It's just really annoying.
I finished my coffee, so I grabbed a Stewart's Pop in the root beer flavor. There's got other words underneath it, but all I can read is Stewart's.
Fountain Classics made with real cane sugar, blah, blah, blah. It's root beer. It's your classic root beer.
It's root beer that doesn't have corn. And it comes in a glass bottle, and you don't need a bottle opener. Because there's this line of pops that come from Mexico. Mexico? No, not Mexico. South America. I don't remember the country off the top of my head. But they've got a pineapple flavored one. My brother-in-law got me one time to try. Because I love pineapple. Oh my god. They're so tasty. But you need a bottle opener for that, so I have to go upstairs if I get those bottles. Because go figure, the person who doesn't drink doesn't own a bottle opener.
Bottle openers are just useful.
I gave mine away when I stopped drinking because I wasn't using it. It was super fancy. I was like, oh, I don't use this, so why would I keep it?
Most often, I use my bottle opener to just pop the seal on screw top jars.
Oh, I just unscrew them with my hand.
I'm weak. I need a little bit of extra science and physics to help me open them.
Well, we gotta work on your upper body strength.
I have been. I'm getting better. Still can't open a jar.
That's fine. Everybody's got something.
It's okay. Chris can't either, so.
At least your husband's as girly as you. I don't know where to go with that.
We're equally matched.
Equally matched.
Makes me kill my own bugs, even.
Sure.
He won't kill bugs for me.
Okay, listen. I heard the squeak when I was dating Mr. B when he saw a mouse.
I believe I swore at the mouse.
I make him kill his own bugs, too. I cheat. I have a professional bug hunter. It's my cat.
I don't feel like that's cheating.
She loves hunting them. I don't see as many spiders as I used to in my basement apartment anymore. Don't know where they've gone. They've all run away, guys. All right. Shall we talk yarn stuff? No, wait. We gotta talk about what we were wearing.
Yeah.
I only wore one thing, unlike last week. I wore like everything. No, two things.
That's okay. I got some things.
So I wore the usual Find Your Fade shawl. It is massive. Diana was watching me put it on the other night. It's a trial thing. Like,
Which one came out to be like twice as big as mine?
When I blocked it, I aggressively blocked it. It consumed, like, I had to put the coffee table away. It consumed that much floor.
Yeah, I didn't block mine that hard.
I'd like, because I've got the big.
I didn't have that much space.
You don't. I
Got
laid out my.
in the way.
Well, because my blocking tiles are not. They're blocking tiles. They're the squishy foam tiles we all used to block our stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought the extra-sized ones. So they're twice the size of, like, the knitting blocking squares.
Yeah, I brought like a kid's playmat one when Target was going out.
Yeah, no, I bought the ones you put under your exercise equipment.
So like the really big ones.
The really big ones. So like when I make a big square with nothing in the middle, I can really block something out quite large. So I literally just made it a big square. So I connected them, but the middle was open.
Okay.
There was nothing underneath, so I just had the tiles around the outside of it. And then I just pinned it so it was nice and stretched because I wanted those eyelet lace holes to open up real well.
Yeah.
And man, they opened up great.
Oh yeah.
And they look good. But it means like the thing is like 7 or 8 feet in length because I blocked the crud out of it. And I love it. But like I have to wrap each half around my head twice. I tuck things in and things go over. And watching me put that on is a production.
It is.
It is amazing though. It's so warm. It's why I wear it in the winter time because there's too much wool going on to wear it in the lighter seasons. I blocked it too. It's just too much going on. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love that shawl so much. But I wore that, and then I swim lanes in the morning because I'm really close to one of the community pools here. I'm actually really close to 2 community pools. One's outside, one's inside. I'm currently swimming on the inside one because
You're not that hardcore?
Well, it's -30 and it's not open. The outside one closes during the winter season. So
You can still swim in it.
I swim in the outside one during the summer seasons. because it opens up early enough for lanes sometimes. Yeah. So I go 3 times a week and I go and I swim lanes. So I braid my hair before I come home because I don't blow dry my hair. Because if I do that, it's 40 minutes to blow dry my hair, or I blow a breaker. One of the two things happens. I don't blow dry my hair. I just don't. Diana can tell you, I'll go places with wet hair. When I go to the hairdresser, they blow dry my hair. They always blow a breaker. I don't know why they haven't given up yet. The hairdressers are determined. They also style my hair. I don't know why they bother to do that either.
I've never blown a breaker, but the one time I got my hair curled, it took 2 whole cans of hairspray.
Yeah, I did. I got my hair permed once. That was 5.5 hours, and it took every single roller in the salon.
I believe it.
My head was very heavy. My gosh, did I feel like I'd taken off like 50 pounds of weight. I felt so light and fluffy when those rollers came off. Oh, they were heavy. And I got a super tight curl done because we weren't sure how well my hair would take to curls. It's a good thing we did, because about 2 months afterwards, I went from like the super tight, I had softened out beautifully. And I stayed soft for a while, but that was in high school. And I was trying to kill some hair. It did that very well too, so I feel like maybe I'll curl my hair again. Go get it permed to kill it. I need thinner hair. We perm it. Enough of it dies.
I would like to perm my hair into soft curls, or maybe not so soft curls, not super tight ones, but I also don't want to murder my hair because I've spent a lot of effort.
You've done a lot more effort growing your hair than I ever have, so.
I've spent a lot of effort on this hair, and if it just all kind of fell out one day, I would cry.
Be so sad.
I would actually just cry like a small child.
That would be awful. No, I don't put near as much effort in my hair, so. I braid my hair and I shove it under a hat, and the Sarah Hair Don't Care hat is perfect. Keeps my ears warm, which is really why I'm wearing the hat, because then my ears are exposed outside. At -30, wet hair just kind of sucks. So, at my Sarah Hair Don't Care, I've got the shawl, and by the time I'm done with the Find Your Fade, it's like this giant cowl thing that exists around my head. My my double-breasted white winter wool coat, and I go home. That's the extent of my going out most weeks. Is the swimming pool and doctor's appointments and feeding the refrigerator.
Feeding the refrigerator.
Well, what else would you call grocery shopping to make it sound not boring? I have to feed the refrigerator.
It's true.
And this week I had motorized wheelie assistance. It was amazing.
Yes, I am the provider of motorized wheelie assistance.
That's it. That's all I wore. You can go on, because you definitely have more this week for me than me.
All right. Well, right now, as we record, I'm wearing the Not a Lot of Rain in April shawl from Cozy Up Knits, done in Cedars and Spruce from Cloud9 Fiberworks. Because the sweater that I'm wearing has this really cute lace-up back detail, but it means it's kind of chilly in the winter, weirdly, a sweater being chilly in the winter. So I have to wear a shawl with this one, with like a triangular shawl, so that I have something covering my back. I need a sweater for my sweater.
Yeah, so I kind of want to pull my leg up on screen so you can see I'm wearing capris and a short sleeve t-shirt.
So yeah, between the long sleeved sweater, the wool shawl, and the project that is covering my entire lap right now.
You're warm?
I'm a little bit warm. The shawl might have to come off.
Okay, you might need those holes, those intentionally designed holes in your back now.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna just do that right now. I've talked about it. It can go away. I'm warm. Ooh.
Welcome to how I live most of my days.
Besides that, I have worn my Katie hat, my Lindsay slouch, and what else did I write down? Oh yes, my Find Your Fade, of course. That is also a favorite, because it makes like a blanket scarf and it's so nice.
Oh yeah. I think that was like, I need to make a couple more really big shawls like that, just to have other big blanket scarf shawls.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't want it to take another 2.5 years for me to finish it, but I want another one.
You need to do your mohair merino medley thing. Because you have that really fancy kit.
I do. Actually, yes, you're right. That's what I need to make.
I know. I need to block my Halloween shawl. That's all that's left to have done with that one. With the yarn you brought home from Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah, you finished that ages ago.
I did. I just literally haven't sat down to block it, because blocking cables can be a bit tricky. And waiting for wool to dry in the winter. Oh my god.
Yeah, it can take like 3 days.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just putting it off till we warm up to about 0. So once we warm up to 0, it'll dry fine. And it won't take forever, so I'll have it blocked before I go out to Mom and Dad's.
Good.
Yeah. I'll wear my Halloween shawl in May. In May, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
That orange might actually match an orange in one of my dresses.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Bring a little Halloween into your spring.
Bring a little Halloween into my all the time. I have to get a box and decorate it for Halloween and just make a box of Halloween socks. I don't think I can just have a box of Christmas socks. I need to have a box of Halloween socks too.
I think you're right.
Yeah, guys. I'm winding yarn to make another pair of socks. They are also Halloween themed.
There's no finer color. Halloween is the best color.
It just made so much sense. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was done with Cool Threads. We're on to Woolly Workings.
Beautiful.
You want to talk about the yarn you're winding?
Sure. Guys, it's been 6 days? 5 days?
5 days.
5 days
since we last recorded?
Yeah. You're lucky I have anything done. Because my imaginary boyfriend in my video game has been sucking up all of my time. I like my video game playing.
This look here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wish you were wasting time playing video games.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not wrong.
The jealousy look. Jealousy look. Well, initially one day I got on because I was going to check out the accessible game that is being produced. It's called Everwild, but it is fully audio described.
Interesting.
So I'm like, done. You can have my money. Which got me on a kick about video game accessibility and visual impairments, as well as, being blind and stuff. And really we would spend money if we could use them. Do you know how many D&D games I would have? How many games with the small text and stuff I would have if the text was just read to me?
Oh yeah, I never read that text. It would be kind of
have the option to not have the text read to you. Absolutely, not everybody wants it, but having the screens read to me, like the battle screens and stuff. So if I scroll my mouse, it tells me where my mouse is. And why not? It identifies monsters by highlighting them. Why can't we just have a verbal sound to go with the highlighting? And you can choose not to have the verbal sound if you don't want it. But I need the verbal sound. Sometimes I don't need the verbal sound.
This scary looking thing is a beholder.
Yeah, this giant thing coming at you and your person going, ugh. Okay, I'm under attack. Start swinging. I got that. It's fine. It's cool. I don't have to see what it is initially. Sometimes I miss these things. But yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? I could play games and just have my headphones on.
I feel like that would be helpful for new players too. Just an audio description of everything, and once you've got it, you can turn it off if you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like the playthrough games. I do them because sometimes I like to change the key orientation, but you don't have to. But I was like, man, I would spend money on games if I could have more sound coming at my ears. I don't need a fully described video yet because I'm not fully blind. I'm still in the visual impairment range, but the Evernote sounds so cool. It's fully described. So I want to play that. I don't want to play it with my eyes closed. I want to play with my eyeballs open, and I want to see the differences.
I would like to see that. Or try that.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Yeah. I don't know what's the appropriate verb here.
I don't know.
I would like to consume this media.
Yeah. Well, I watch YouTube, guys, air quotes, 90% of the time. I'm not actually looking at the screen. I'm just listening.
Isn't that what we're all doing?
Unless you're Wheezy Waiter, in which case I watch. It's just fun little cuts and stuff, and they're all really big and easy to see. Anyway, I finished a sock, and unshockingly, I can't find the contrasting little balls of yarn to start the next sock. It took me 3 weeks to find a giant ball of bulky yarn, so I have no idea how much a 20-gram mini... It's even smaller now.
We're never going to find it again. It'll never be seen again. It's fallen into an alternate universe.
Oh my gosh.
It's
We're
gone
going to have
forever.
to find it because I want to make the other sock, but I can't do that right now. So I am winding up some Knit Picks yarn. I was working on my Jack sock. I can show you guys. I got half a skein left. I got about 54 grams left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got enough of the Jack sock colorway, which is a sock yarn that I got from Sew Into Knitting, which I've been really slowly working on a sock on. I finished the sock. Woo! There it is in all its blocked sockness. It's even got a leg. It's not even a shorty. It's still a bit of a short leg, but I'm not a huge fan of the super tall legs. I find them uncomfortable. They don't stay up, so I don't like them, so I don't make them. But this orange color that I have for my contrast heel and toe, I don't know where the rest of the ball is right now. So I'm not going to be working on the second sock in this pair for a bit till I find it. So I'm going to cast on a different pair of socks because I have a naked sock needle and that's not allowed.
No.
No. No pattern for this, guys. It's just a recipe. So I cast on. I prefer toe up. It's just what I like. So I cast on my toe. I did my foot, which always seems to take way longer than the leg, even though technically my leg is as tall as my foot for the most part. I'm always a bit short, like I'm about halfway up the orange on my toe. Like my leg comes to about here.
Okay.
So like I'm pretty much the same length as my leg, but it feels like the leg goes faster. And I did a garter stitch heel, which I freaking love because the squishy. So nice in shoes. It's just that smidge bit of extra padding. Just perfect. And I want it, and it's not so much that it's like a shoe insert, which I find too much.
Does that make sense? Extra something?
I just need a little something, but the shoe inserts are too much. I did my garter stitch heel. I'm not perfect at it. I didn't tighten up some of my stitches, so I have to go through and I have to sew some holes going on here. They're not big holes, but they're going to bug me, so I'm going to cinch those up. But that's fine. That's not the end of the world. I'll do that. And I do not block my socks. They just get washed and go into rotation. For now, it's going to go live in the closet in the sewing room because I don't have a second sock and I'm not starting it right away. What I am going to start working on are the Sally socks. See where I went there with that, guys? I have a knot in my yarn.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm not going to deal with it right now. I'll deal with it later. I'll just wind it in. So Knit Picks did a sale last year where they had sock yarn on sale. And I picked up 2 balls because their Felici fingering weight sock stuff is 50 grams. And I need a full 100 grams to do a pair of socks. I'm not going to do a contrast toe or cuff for this one. Mostly because I don't really have to. But they are quite colored. They are very different. If you guys follow us on Instagram, I posted a picture on Instagram on what they looked like before I was winding the balls. So I've got 2 balls of 50 gram going on here, and they'll pretty much match. I'm comfortable with fraternal twin socks. They don't have to be identical, but they do have to be kind of close. If they're way off, I'm not as into it. So we're pretty close, which is good. I'll transition into strips a bit sooner on one foot than the other, but that's okay. But I started by caking 1 ball, so I had an end and a beginning in 2 different colors, and then I wound 1 ball up, so I knew what color I had to start the cake off with when I wound it, so that my colors would be the same. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Am I explaining things weirdly? I wanted it to have the same color when I started, and I end in pink and I start in green? Blue?
Yes.
It's like a minty green color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be striping minty greens, oranges, purples, pinks, and I forget what the neutral is already. Kind of a dovey grayish color. Anyway, it's inspired by that favorite Halloween movie. Guys, it's Sally. These are going to be my Sally socks. They're going to go with my Jack socks, and these are what I'm going to be working on next. So I'm going to cast that on later today because my absolutely all-time favorite sock needle, my ChiaoGoo red lace, ChiaoGoo, I don't know how to pronounce it, in 2.25 millimeter needs to happen. So I'm going to get started on that. I haven't done 2 at a time in ages. I'm excited to do 2 at a time.
They'll go whoosh.
Well, I'm feeling really comfortable with the garter stitch heel, which is why I'd stopped to get comfortable with that heel.
Okay.
Because doing 2 heels at a time when you got a sock already on your needles, you got 2, it can get complicated.
Yeah.
It gets a smidge tricky.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm now comfortable enough with the heel that I know what mistakes I'm making, and it's nobody's fault but my own. I just have to tighten my yarn properly before I move on. I know I'm a tight knitter and I'm saying that. It's kind of weird, but there you have it. So I'm going to do my first 2 at a time toe up with the garter stitch heel, which is the next step. So I prefer 2 at a time when I can. Because then when I'm done, I'm done. There is no second sock to cast on. We are full on finished, which I really enjoy. I'm also going to increase my stitch count a bit. I have 64. I think I'm going to increase to like a 66 or 68.
Okay.
I feel like I want a bit more room in my socks. I like the snug socks, but I want to have a couple that aren't as snug in case I'm having, like, in case I've busted my ankle and I'm kind of swollen, which I do. a lot, you guys.
Yeah.
I can now roll my ankle almost 90 degrees and have my ankle bone almost touch the ground and bounce back up and not actually hurt too bad. Too much damage. But my foot does swell a bit, and on those days I can't wear the 64 stitch socks because they're too snug.
Okay.
So I think I need to make a couple 66 or 68. So I will decide how big as I'm done working the toe. Probably about when I give up on increasing. So it'll be 66 or 68 depending on when I give up stitches. Because it increases by 2. Right? Yeah, I'm at 64. So it goes to 66, then 68, then 70. Because math. Man, I promised my high school math teacher I wouldn't do math for a living. I lied. I am sorry. I gave that man gray hair. Socks as always live in my Erin Lane Hobbit bag. Because it is an amazing sock sack and it squishes up real good and flat. And when it lives in a backpack, because you don't have a car, you have to carry everything you own on you when you leave the house and when you come back. It's handy.
Yeah. All right, let's do a slip stitch on here.
The sock saga is over.
Okay.
Over. Ooh, our Instagram is the Northern Knits Podcast. It's just it's just Northern Knits Podcast. We're pretty easy to find. We're doing the February challenge. We gotta take a photo before you leave today.
Okay. I'm trying real hard to lose stitches off the end of my needles.
Why would you do that?
It's very foolish of me.
I can't recommend it.
Everything's all weird and bunched up because okay. Starting at the beginning of the story.
Story time.
I'm working on, wow, that looks terribly bunched up. I'm working on the flax pullover.
You're supposed to be working on a 40 or 32 inch needle.
The biggest cord I had, okay? It's the best I've got. I'm surprised it fit. I thought I was going to have to pull out my other needle.
You really should have that on a longer cord.
It's fine. So this is the flax pullover by Tin Can Knits for the podcast anniversary knit along. I was so excited because I have finished all of my increases. I have the correct number of stitches. I have the correct number of rows. I was so ready to join underneath the armpits and knit around for the body. And you know what? Even though my stitch gauge is pretty much perfect,
You didn't check your row gauge.
my row gauge is so far off. It's real far off. This is supposed to be from cast on to where I'm at right now. This is supposed to be 9.5 inches for the size that I'm knitting. It is 8 inches. So I gotta knit some more plain rounds until it is 9 inches.
I shouldn't laugh.
Sorry, 9.5 inches.
It's a thing. Yeah, because you are not going to be able to block 1.5 inches into that.
No, I definitely cannot. But I did, just to make sure everything's working, I put it on scrap yarn and I tried it on, and width-wise everything is perfect, so I just need to make it a little bit longer so I can join it underneath my armpits and it's not cutting off the circulation to my arms. So I just need to knit it a little bit longer. It's fine. But the colors, look at these colors! This is the pumpkin spice color from Dye For You, who's a local dyer, and then the gray is charcoal. I'm also going to do my, what's the bottom band called?
Is it a garter band? Ribbing.
The ribbing at the bottom of the
hem.
The hem. There we go. That's
Like
also going to be in
what
gray.
word are we looking for? There's many words. Which one?
Well, like the top part is the collar. The bottom part is the...
Oh yeah, it's your hem.
Yeah. So that's also going to be in gray. Also, I'm going to make extra long cups with thumb holes, and those are also going to be in gray.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So it's coming along nicely. I was so excited. I had been knit, well, like a whole inch. Yeah, not that much. I was so excited.
She was really excited.
I was really excited about
saw her on Saturday.
About being ready for the arms.
But I'm off, and I'm like, you gotta try that on. I'm gonna bet you're gonna have to knit more.
Yeah, I gotta knit another. It's probably only like 6 rows, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it's gotta knit a little bit more before I'm ready for the armholes. But theoretically, next week I should have some body and some arms that are distinct from each other. I'm so excited for it to look like a real sweater. Because right now it just looks like a really weird cowl.
That's fair. It does look like a really weird
It
cowl.
looks like such a weird cowl.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw up that picture that I took on the Instagram.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I took a picture while I was trying it on. It's not the most flattering picture in the world, but it illustrates where the sweater's at very well. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully by the time this is up, I have remembered that I said this and have put that picture on Instagram.
You mean tomorrow when I'm editing and I remind you to do it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And then it'll fall out of my head right away.
Oh,
and I'll forget to do it.
Both of us have not been great with that. Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we're gonna go do a thing. Never happens.
I'm sorry last week's episode was so late. That's entirely my fault. It was ready to go on Thursday. Did I get it up? No.
Mm-mm.
That's
Wasn't
totally
me.
on me.
It was so not me this time around.
100% me.
I know, I even spent 3 hours looking for that link for you to see if I could find it. I could not find that link. So if you were looking forward to a rapper video link, I'm sorry, I could not find it anywhere and I gave up after 3 hours. I was done looking. We do not need it that badly.
Oh, yes we do.
No, we don't.
Yes we do. No, it's
If
fine.
I happen to find it, I will give it to you at some point, but it is not anywhere in my thingy right now.
It's fine.
So, alright. I suppose that leaves my last thing and then you got a thing.
Yes.
I couldn't take it anymore. The pink is killing me. The pink is killing me. Guys, if you're a long-time listener, you know I'm working on a sweater for my niece. It is the Tin Can Knits Flax Light. But right now, I am working in the eye-searing pink color, which is, the fabric is turning out amazing. The sweater is going to be electric and bold and really pretty. Physically hurts my eyeballs to knit on it for more than 20 minutes at a time. I'm looking forward to fading into the highlighter colors because they're a little more muted. And then I'm saying neon highlighted colors are a little more muted. That tells you how bright this pink is.
It's very,
Very bright. So, I mean, I thought about picking it up. It almost glows in the dark. It's so bright. I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, I want to work on something that doesn't have its own light spectrum when I look at it. So I cast on my harvest cardigan. I am working on the collar because they have you work on the collar first. So this is going to be my sweater for the podcast anniversary knit along. So, you know, we're tailing off on the end of February here shortly. I should get this started, hey?
Yeah.
Well, odds are still good. I'll have a fully finished sweater by the time we're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like, given the speed at which I knit, it's not the end of the world. So, like, it's still a doable thing. I got distracted with baby knits and stuff at the beginning of the year. So I ordered some Knit Picks yarn in the wool of the Andes in the cranberry colorway, which is this beautiful dark red. And it looks like a dark red looks really good, like wine purpley reds.
Mm-hmm.
Those look really nice next to my skin. So I'm working on the collar. They have you do the collar first, and then they have you do a fancy pickup to turn your straight band into a collar, and then you start doing your increases out. Thank heavens for diagrams, because the written instructions were making no sense to me, and I've made sweaters. So thank heavens for diagrams. I was able to puzzle out what it was they were telling me to do. Oh boy. I was like, what now? Okay, makes total sense now. I get it. It finally clicked. So I have the ball on the floor that I'm currently working on, which, I mean, we don't need to show you guys. And then here is one of the balls that I have not played with. There are a lot of these little red colored balls. Like, a lot. Because they're 50-gram balls. And I needed, like, well over 1,800 yards to do the sweater. It's worsted weight, so I have to have, like, 1,800 to 2,400 yards, depending on the pattern. Guys, I'm a freaking double XL to triple XL in size patterns because of the girls. You know what? We're adults. My breasts are too big. The rest of me is a freaking large medium. The girls are a double to triple XL. That's crazy talk. Crazy. So,
I'm trying to figure out what's going on at the edge of this thing here.
okay. I
It's
know
turning real hard.
I know how I knit, and I'm pretty roughly on gauge. For the most part, I think I might be like, I'm usually like 1/8 of a stitch too big or too small from gauge if I go up one needle size from required. That's a fairly standard knitting for me. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do a gauge swatch. It's an open-faced cardigan. Oh no, if I can't button it closed with a shawl pin, it'll be an open cardigan. Because I'm already working in the 2XL size, so it's already going to be a bit big in the back anyway. If it's not super fitted for the girls, that's fine. I just don't do it up. Diana can tell you I wear open cardigans all the time. It's really not the end of the world. So I just went up sizes on the needles. So the pattern recommends 5mm is your big needle and 4mm is your body needle. if I did a 4mm knit on a worsted weight yarn, that fabric would be so dense. It would stand up on its own without needing coffee. Like,
Without needing coffee.
well, when you think about it, you get the shawl patterns for 3.75mm. If I knit on anything smaller than a 4mm, how dense would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see me at fingering on a 4mm. Do you think I should do worsted on a 4mm? That thing would stand on its own. It's not a good idea. But worsted on a 5mm I can do. So I pulled out some 5mm chuggas that I have. Red lace again because I freaking love this cord so much. I threw them into a project bag. I was like, do I have a project bag? Yes, I do. I was just on the radio the other week, you guys. I have a project bag. I got a swag bag. I was so excited when they were like, you're getting a swag bag. I would have been happy with the bag. They did not need to give me all the other things. The bag was good enough for me. Because this is the perfect sweater knitting size.
It's a good bag.
I know. And it's got the retro CBC label on it, which is really cute. So, I mean, I got a bunch of other stuff too, which was super cool, but the bag would have been enough. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the toque and the hoodie and the mugs and the water. And I gave the fanny pack away because I'm not going to use it. So, poor Diana, the ever-suffering Diana. I brought all my needles over because I'm currently changing up my needle storage. So I just have all my circulars in a bag at the moment. So I went over, I was like, hey, can you tell me which ones are 6mm? So she found my 6mm for me Saturday at what, 4? 3? Yeah. Must have been 3. So between yesterday at about 3 p.m. and now, I am over the halfway mark for my collar. So I should be picking up stitches end of today to do my yoke. Let's hold this right side up. Because my little stitch marker dude is my progress. This is half my collar band.
Okay.
By garter bump count. So now I know I have to just do the garter bump count from the stitch marker up until I have the right number. I have to have 64. I did decide, at my size it said 18 for a cast on. It's a free pattern. I went with a 20 cast on, which is the next size up cast on, because I'm technically making the 51-inch sized bust, and I am a 52-inch bust. So I will either have 2 inches of negative ease or 2 inches of positive ease, one way or the other, with wherever my gauge ends up sitting, which is right in that range where I want my knitting to be. But if I've got that 2 inches of positive ease, I want a good lap over to secure things. And if I've got the 2 inches of negative ease, I'm going to need that extra 2 stitches on either side to help close the gap comfortably. So I did a wider collar, just knowing how I prefer my clothing is what I'm trying to say. So, but yeah, like this on a 6mm on the worsted has got a nice drape to it. When I go down to a 5mm, it'll be a bit denser, it'll be a bit warmer, but it won't be stand on its own thick, which I would never wear it. I would never wear it. It'd be too dense. I wouldn't be able to move.
It'd be your winter coat all on its own.
I know, and my winter coat looks amazing, but field of motion, not so hot. You're watching me get in the car, they're like, I can't move my... You put a sweater on underneath that thing. You're
bunchy.
I'm not quite snowflaked. Like I'm not starfish like small children, but I'm getting there.
Oh, I know.
But that's it. That's the only other thing I've been working on. It's been 5 days.
All right. Just to have something else to work on or something else to talk about.
Well, that and you wanna have an arbitrary goal for this one.
Yes, I arbitrarily decided
arbitrary goal.
This blanket that I originally started a couple of years ago, thinking it was going to be a wedding present for Mr. Diana, and then it didn't get finished, and now I'm pulling it out.
You're pulling it out of your unfinished objects pile.
Yes, I'm reconstituting.
No.
Anyway, I'm working on it again.
You're coming back to an abandoned project.
Well, it wasn't abandoned. It was just asleep. I had other.
It was hibernating.
Yeah, I had other things I wanted to do.
That's fair.
But Mr. Diana is coming for a visit in a couple of weeks, and I would like to be able to send him home with this lovely blanket. And so I'm working on it again. And
because you're right, it's gonna look really good on your new gray couch.
Yeah. So I've done all of the 2 black rows and the red row today, except I just realized just now that I think I did the end of my row wrong, and it's like It's got a bump starting at these black rows. I think I did them wrong, and it's got a jut, and
You need to fix that.
yeah, I think I need to pull back all of the things that I did today. I think I need to pull it all back.
It's gonna bug you if you don't.
I know, and I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. So live right here. Here's the fiber flub for the day.
Cool.
It sticks out. I have one too many squares.
Is it okay that it's you and not me, and I'm glad about that?
Oh yeah, it's
okay,
fine.
Cool. Oh man.
Because the rest of this makes a nice straight line.
Yeah.
And then this bit sticks out.
Yeah, you definitely did a corner kind of weird, hey?
Yeah, I did it wrong. Done gone and did it wrong.
This is the corner to corner blanket from Red Heart.
Yes.
How's that for memory working?
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh. And you're doing it in the Heartland colors?
Oh gosh, did I happen
It's
to...
the Heartland colors. I just don't
bring
remember
anything-
what company it was. My memory's not that good, guys.
There we go. Lion Brand Heartland.
I can't remember the colors because the colors are not what I would call them.
No, I think the Heartland ones, they're all named after
Like Grand Canyons and sunsets
yeah,
and
so
stuff.
the goldy yellow is Yellowstone, presumably after Yellowstone National Park.
That would make sense.
The white...
Like the black's not even black.
There's leaves in here.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You would have been working on it outside.
I guess. The white is Acadia. Wow, there's so much leaf material in here. Wow, I'll clean that up after. I'm sorry.
I was like, thanks for garbaging on my coffee table?
I'll clean it up after.
I guess. I won't notice it. I'll be like, all of a sudden my cat, what are you eating?
Let's see what else we got in here. The red is, that doesn't have a ball band on it. The red is redwood. And the black is something else that I can't find a ball band for. I don't know.
Sierra?
No, that was not it.
I really don't remember.
I have no other black in here. This is alarming to me. Wow, have I just like grossly misjudged how much yarn I need for this blanket?
Because I don't know if they carry that Heartland anymore. You might have to order that.
You guys, I have no more black yarn in this bag. This is the bag of everything for this project. And there's no black in here.
So we're doing a Lion Brand order?
Yeah, I got no more black in here.
Okay. So we're doing a Lion Brand order.
Did I must have grossly misjudged
Red
that.
Heart, Lion Brand?
Lion Brand.
Lion Brand? I could get it on a Lion Brand order.
Lion Brand something. Not that.
Lion Brand Heartland. You're going to have to look for it online.
Black Canyon.
Black Canyon?
Black Canyon.
It's not called black, but that's what it is. Is that really all the... Yeah, you got to order more yarn. You got more. You need way more black.
Yeah, this is my remaining black.
That's not enough to finish your sweater, your blanket. You haven't even gotten close to your decreases yet.
I know, that's...
Are you at like the halfway point?
I've got tons of everything else. How have I...
Or did you put your black away somewhere else because you had too much black?
No.
Okay. Stay tuned to next week when we have a Lion Brand order to talk about.
Well.
Cool.
May have just unearthed a big problem with that project.
I think, yeah. I mean, if you order it right away, like tomorrow, when you're at home anyway. Because tomorrow is Louis Riel Day here in the province, so we have the day off.
Fortunately, I don't need the black again for 9 more rows. Plus the 2 I need to pull back and do again because I did them wrong.
Yeah, so yeah, if you order it on Monday and then keep working on it, your yarn should be in by the time you need it black.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to keep this out in my little notebook so that I remember that I need to do that.
I actually want to do a Lion Brand order because there's some yarn I want to get. And I
Solving
would super
problems.
love to remember for you and split the shipping with you.
Okay, well, that's
That's
going to be a thing that we're going to do because I'm just going to put that away in disgust right now because, wow, that was poor planning. And I planned that project so hard and I'm just really disgusted with myself right now. 2 years ago, me did not have it all together.
Well, you probably did the math, but you might have done it based off knitting numbers and how much yarn you use when you knit, and you use a lot more yarn when you crochet.
I'm sure I based it off of... Because I
remember you doing the math and looking at it.
I'm quite certain I have enough yarn for the other colors. Like, I've got tons of the white and the red and the...
Yellow.
Yeah.
It's just gold color.
I don't know how I screwed up on the black.
don't know. I didn't watch you do the numbers. I just knew you'd done the numbers, and you were positive you knew what it is that you needed. And I went, okay.
Just harumph, I say.
She's grumpy.
Grumpy, indeed.
I have more Bannock.
Maybe.
On the bright side, we're done talking about it now, and you can be grumpy with it for a bit. You're determined to figure out where you went wrong in the math.
Yeah.
I don't know what section comes next, guys. I can keep talking.
Yarn on the go. Talking about yarn on the go.
I'll talk about yarn on the go.
Unmath later. Demath, remath.
Remath. I didn't really go very far.
I have this other thing I can work on.
Today, this week, I went out once. That outside of swimming, and I don't take my knitting with me while I'm swimming because I'm swimming. I went to Diana's house on Saturday and we played Magic the Gathering. Diana wanted a refresher on drafting, and Mr. B loves to play Magic, and I enjoy playing cards. So we all hung out and had turkey soup and we got snacks. I got a bag of potato chips. They got a meat and cheese platter.
Yeah, that may have comprised a large part of my lunch today.
That's super fair because, I mean, we ate a bunch, but that was a big platter. And we literally sat around drinking fake wine.
It's actually pretty decent fake wine.
Yeah, it was a really good fake wine. Playing cards till like 10 o'clock, and then we were all old and tired and we had to go home. But because I wasn't getting a refresher in drafting, I was working on my collar for my harvest cardigan. So, like, I was knitting while I was out. So, it counts.
I was very delighted where there was a point in time where Jocelyn was going to annihilate me with her giant scary knight.
Yes.
And I played a card that turned it into a pie. And then I ate the pie.
Yeah. For life. Yesterday I got punched by a gingerbread cookie. My big scary thing got turned into a pie. And I died to poison fruit. I was not doing very well.
I won a game against Mr. B because they were busy blowing each other up, and
I felt so good to swing with that many creatures and do 20 some odd points of damage. Felt amazing.
It was good.
Oh, I rarely get to just kill him. I'm pretty sure the number of times I've won magic cards against him in over 5 years I can still count on one hand.
Pretty sure I can count on one hand the number of times I've won a game against either of them.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Cat. Come up here.
Did you finally wander out? I told you your Diana was here, you hider.
Hi, kitty.
Such a drama queen. I mean, it didn't help. I was literally running around doing the duh, hey, duh. Spruce thought I was being overly dramatic. But yeah, that's it for my yarn on the go. I didn't go very far or do very much this week. It's been 5 days, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I'm not petting you with both hands.
Well, you should know better. I don't know if you have any yarn on the go or not.
Oh, no, I do not.
Mother's working.
No, you're not.
Oh my god. Give yarn. Yeah, you go away. What are you doing? You just stop randomly half on, half off me. I love that. Do you need to have your cameo appearance so you can be internet famous? People like you on the Instagrams, you look cute. How little they know. How little they know. Oh my gosh.
For a little menace.
For a little menace. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you've got yarn on the go, but that's it for me.
No, I have no yarn on the go.
No yarn on the go?
Which brings us to wool gathering.
It does. It's just the usuals. Yeah, yes. My great-grandmother's Afghan exists for you to nap on. Jesus, Murphy.
I can hear her purring from here.
Uh-huh. She loves Afghans and blankets and things. She lives on the Copen baby blanket. Lives on it. I have it folded on the computer desk to weave in the ends. She's always sleeping right there. I'm like, okay, I think I have to make you one of your own.
Okay.
I will out of scraps because I've got a lot of scrap acrylic from other crochet projects, but that one's got to go to a baby shower on the 15th next month. So, like, it's leaving the house soon, and I'll wash it just before it leaves.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're wool gathering. Things that we're doing. We're both actually working on our sweaters for the podcast anniversary, which is for us the celebration of 3 years of podcasting. We literally were doing the math. We are 152.
Yep.
Which means we're 4 episodes away from being officially 3 years.
It's crazy.
And that always causes Diana a moment of panic.
I'm slowly coming to terms with it. Maybe by the time we hit 3.5 years, I'll come to terms with it being 3 years.
Yeah, and then I'll start saying, what are we going to do for the 4th anniversary? It'll be like, excuse me, what now?
4 years? What? I don't understand.
Are you going to sneeze?
Bless you, Katie. Oh my.
That was a big sneeze.
You look so concerned.
That was drama. So we have been officially podcasting for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in March. March is a very busy month. Diana's leaving her job. We both have our birthdays, and we have our podcast anniversary celebrations going on. So if you think we're busy this month,
Things be happening.
things be happening, people. So with that going on, you have until the end of March. As always, great thanks to our moderator who helps us out on Ravelry, because heavens knows I haven't been on in 2 weeks. So technically not my job. You agreed to do the Ravelry when we started this. Technically not my fault, you guys. But we love Asa, because she moderates for us, and it is amazing. So you have until the end of March to finish your adult-sized tin can knit sweater. It could be any tin can knit sweater. It's only got to be adult-sized, and it had to be less than half done by January. So if you've got one that's sitting in the closet that's half done, and you're like, I could finish half a sweater, do it up. Pull that bad boy out. Let's do that. I've been seeing some of the photos for the few times we get tagged. And if you take an Instagram photo, tag us. We love seeing those sweaters.
Yes.
They're so pretty. And I will get onto the Ravelry finish thread and start commenting and stuff, because I love looking at the finished objects and doing that. So this year prices are all electronic. So again, heads up. Update your wish list, because by the time the episode goes out, I have already gifted the pattern. And I will just pull something from your wish list, and it'll just magically show up.
You did a how to do your wish list thing.
I did. If you guys want me to do that as a separate video, let me know, and I'll do it as a separate video. Like how to use some of these stuff that goes on and stuff, because like terminology, it's all Greek until you know it, and then you know it, you're like, this is super easy. Just not how that actually works, but
remember what episode that was? That's
no,
the end.
January.
Okay, I will figure out what episode that is, and I will link it with a timestamp in the show notes.
That'd be great. I don't remember.
If you want to go watch the how to update your Ravelry wish list.
After watching our faces for hours every week, kind of blurs. I don't remember week to week. All I know is that when I'm done video editing, I don't want to hear myself for a while.
I understand.
I am over it.
So itchy. Ah.
It's because it's healing and it's bruised.
I know, it's so itchy.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's all get out. So that's a thing. And that's going on, which is great. And then the other thing we've got going on is this Saturday, the 22nd.
Yes.
Oh, look at me getting the date right. We have the Knit In. So that's the electronic Knit In for Patreon members who are the right tier. And what we do is we jump on Google. Diana sends out links. She's great at doing that. We all get on and we chat for like 2 hours or more. And we just chat across Google Hangouts. And we get to see and interact with you guys. We get to see what projects you're working on live. You get to hear me swear a lot more, because I definitely edit my swearing when we're on the podcast. I definitely don't in real life. And there's always the occasional cat wandering through screens.
Occasional siblings.
Sometimes my niece comes downstairs and asks what I'm doing. Like, life happens. And I'm almost always eating lunch when we start.
I have no such interruptions. I live alone right now. It's very depressing. I'm looking forward to having a hangout on Saturday.
I think that'll be exciting.
One where I get to stay in my pajamas, but still see people, but not actually physically interact with them. It's perfect. I love it.
Well, I mean,
Introvert's dream.
You'll have to put on pants Friday night, because that's our in-life knit club Friday night.
Yeah, well, I already have pants on for work.
That's fair. And it's the knit club. You like them.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't judge me if I did show up in pajamas.
Nope.
I just might be a little bit chilly.
Yes. No, there's no way any of us would judge you for showing up in pajamas. We wouldn't judge any of each other for showing up in pajamas.
Some days, you know.
It's crazy. Some days are just pajama days. Totally fair. So that's the other thing that's going on in the Wool Gathering for the Patreon. I warned Diana we're like $2 shy a month of having to put out extra videos. And she went, right.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. So that's a thing, because Experimental Tuesdays will come back.
Fortunately, my new place in Waterloo has all south-facing windows.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
So I have real good light.
And we're going to alternate that. So it would be a weekly video, but for us it would be bi-weekly, because Diana would do 1 week and I'd do the other. That way it's not actually adding too much to our schedule.
That's good.
You don't have a job. You can fit it into your schedule right now.
Not for the first little bit, yeah.
And once you do, it's already a commitment and it's already in your schedule.
Yes.
Yeah, which helps a bunch.
And also, when I'm editing myself, I'm super duper picky, so it takes me a while.
I'm hoping once we get the programs up and doing that, I can just do the editing for you. You can just be like, the video's up, and I'll edit and get it out for you. Because I do the video editing, so I'm just faster at it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like trying to watch me do the audio part. Like, paint drying's more fun and quicker. Because I'm just so lost at it. But you got to be like whipped through it. You're like, done.
Yeah, I have it down to a science.
Yeah, I
should just write a script.
I definitely don't.
I should write some code to do it for me.
Why not? You've got the skill set for it.
I do. I could stream that.
Mm-hmm. You could.
I've got so many ideas, I just need to actually decide
You need
to
to
do it.
them.
I need to decide to do it.
Yeah, just don't use the word seriously considering with me when I know you're not seriously considering, you're just thinking about it. I will call your butt out on that lie.
I'm seriously considering that you are correct.
Yeah, I am. Seriously considering something unless you've actually done some work for it. Apparently we're not cool enough, she's not even looking at us.
No, we are of no consequence to the feline.
Cool. We were going to have a review, but Diana forgot the magazine, so that's coming next week.
Totally did, yeah. Next week we'll have a review.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Intermediate Spring Edition.
It's got some cute stuff in it.
I haven't even looked at it yet. You've looked at my magazine before I have.
It was right there on the coffee table when your parents were over, and I felt awkward, so I started looking at the magazine. I didn't know they were there.
They just kind of showed up. They just showed up. They were in the neighborhood and they showed up.
I walked in and there was Dad. I'm like, oh, hi.
They just showed up, as parents do.
Nope.
Oh, we're in the neighborhood and you're leaving soon, so we're just gonna show up now.
Nope. Not even when I moved to Grand Prairie. Nope.
You've got a much less touchy-feely family than Mr. Diana and I do.
Well, that and my family has moved so much.
So it's a non-event.
It's a non-event for us. We're like, oh, you're moving for work. Cool. Well, we'll hang out before you go, but it doesn't have to be a thing.
Yeah, I've moved.
It's not like you're not dying. You're moving a province over. I will see you again.
Twice in my life, and the first time I was 4, so I didn't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
I just remember getting packed into the van with all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. You need to purge a lot more things than you guys have even remotely thought about purging.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a ton of boxes to put it in now, so... The boxes that you tripped over yesterday.
Wasn't so much the boxes, it was the black backpack I couldn't see that was exactly 2 feet away from the boxes that I kept walking into. Yeah. I dated that man. He knows I can't see. Did he move his backpack? No, I knocked it over like 3 times. I'm sure he was just sighing at me because I'm like, oh, there goes the bag. And I kept going. Because if any 2 people should know better about putting junk in the middle of the floor when I can't see, it should be people who know me.
Hey, I put the boxes on the side of the floor, and they were the same height as you.
They were, and it was great. I saw them every time. It was that backpack trying to kill me. And it was between me and the bathroom, and I was going. Poor backpack.
Let's take memory on now. Did we finish Wool Gathering?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're talking about books then.
Cool. I finished my root beer. I drink a lot of liquid in a day. Hence why I go to the bathroom a lot. Books! I'm in the middle of a readathon.
So, which is why you have a billion more books than I do.
It's the home stretch, guys. I gotta get 2 more books done by Friday that are over 500 pages. I want that Sage title. I want that Sage title so bad I can taste it. Which also hasn't been helping with the knitting time. I've been reading a lot. And I love reading, but it's not all audiobooks, so I have to, put it down. Though, I did find out, we record on a tripod, and I've got an adapter on it. My tablet fits on the other side of the adapter, it's tablet size, phone size. Okay. It's a dual adapter on the top of my tripod. If I set my tripod up beside me with the tablet on, I can get auto-orientates. The book orientates to the horizontal screen. Oh, okay. And I can read and just tap the screen, and I don't have my neck bent, and I don't have my knees up. I can sit properly, and I just have my screen in front of me, and I can just tap while I'm knitting and reading.
That's so smart.
Which is why I want to be done, the increases and stuff, so I can just work on what I'm doing, and I only have to glance down at my work every once in a while. Once I'm done, I've got my, and then I can read and knit at the same time.
That's so smart.
Because I knit without looking at my work. Ta-da! Isn't that a smart idea?
That is a very smart idea.
Woohoo!
I don't have anything quite that smart. I have a little doodad that'll hold my books open for me.
That is my genius idea for the idea. Diana can tell you I have one. That's it. The rest of it's mediocre at best. I have one good idea. That's all you get, folks. Well, yesterday was the video series idea that I had.
Yes.
That was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
I had no other good ideas for the rest of the day.
For me, it's when I've learned something, I can go back to bed.
That works, yeah.
So I need to learn something today so I can go back to bed.
That's easily achieved.
Usually, yes.
I need help setting up the Instapot to do something. And you can read the manual for me.
So I will learn how to use an Instapot and then I can go back to bed.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm glad
Perfect.
to help. So, because of that, I finished a very big book called Gardens of the Moon by Stephen Erickson. It was done on Audible, and it was amazing. I don't want to say too much about it because Diana's got it on her TBR pile or to be read pile.
I got it as a Christmas present this year in a Secret Santa.
Yeah.
So I have to read it.
It's great. It needs to be within that top 5 of your list so you can get to it this year. So
yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and as soon as I'm done the readathon and the Canada Reads books, I am diving back into that series. I really enjoyed it. Like, just beautiful pacing. I liked the characters. And I mean, the keywords are the same as The Promise of Blood, which I didn't like, which is like epic fantasy with politics, right? So much better. Just fits a lot better and does not nearly cause me to go, dudes being not good dudes and flat female characters, which that was my problem with Promise of Blood. I was just like, it's all bros doing bro things. Very boring. But Gardens of the Moon, nice ensemble, worked well. I have now jumped into The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. I gotta get that finished by Friday, midnight my time. I also have to finish The Decline of Magic 1 by Keith Thomas. Decline of Magic in 16th and 17th century England. And to make it fair, because I had started reading that before the readathon, I am starting the book from the first chapter, page 1 again. Because that's the only way for it to be fair. Otherwise it doesn't count because I'm cheating. So I'm rereading the first 2 chapters, which I have already read. And then I'm going to read the rest of it. So I have over 1,000 pages I need to finish by Friday at midnight. And my cat just snorted at me. She believes me. It's a big goal, you guys. And then I have no time. Because I've got those 5 books from the short reads for Canada CBC Reads. Because the CBC Reads television sort of round table discussion or air balloon debate, if you had those in high school when you did English, starts shortly after my birthday in March, which is the 10th of March. I think it's like the week of the 20th. That's when it goes live. So like I have to be done because I want to know enough about the books when I'm watching the arguments. I understand what's going on.
Right.
So I need to get through those. None of them are over 500 pages. So at least there's that.
You'll be able to whip through those.
Most of them are at like the 350 to 400 page marker.
Oh,
so
that's nothing.
Given that I'm polishing off, 2 500 plus pages books a week?
Yeah.
I should be able to manage that and not feel quite so stressed. Because holy Hannah.
Yep.
From the moment I get up to the moment, like I'm not even listening to the full CBC radio morning programs right now. Or my podcasts. It is just the books. I'm so behind on things. Oh boy. So, that's it for me in books. All the books, all the time.
All books all the time?
Books, and my TBR keeps growing.
Well, whose doesn't, really?
I don't know.
I am just about finished the Book of Night with Moon, which is a book about cats and wizards and cat wizards. And if that doesn't make you want to read this book, then we can't be friends.
That's totally fair. My opponent for Blood Bowl was describing a board game, and it involves alligator people.
Yeah, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, they're alligator people bringing you the word of their god. They're evangelists.
Alligator evangelists?
Alligator evangelists.
Sign me up. I'm
into
like,
it. Oh, dude, he's going to give me the link so I can buy it. Because I'm like, I need to own that now. That needs to happen.
Mr. Diana backed a game on Kickstarter.
This is not unusual. The Kickstarter is the mistress.
He consulted with me on this one. It is a game about information security, so
Okay.
like cybersecurity, hacking, preventing all that.
Okay.
Taught to you by potatoes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can I fly to Ontario so we can play that when he gets that? Listen, I got 17 expansions of Alhambra. We need to play at least 2 of them before you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Kickstarter, for presents I didn't even know I needed to have.
Kickstarter's really good at that for selling you on things that you didn't know.
I didn't know it
Needed.
existed. I didn't pay for it. I didn't back it. Mr. B ordered it when we were dating to be my gift whenever it showed up, and he thought it would take like a year or 2. So we must have been dating for must have been within the first 2 years. Because I like Alhambra. And we haven't been dating for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
A year and then some. It's got to be closing into 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we haven't been dating for a while. It showed up the other month. He's like, I don't like Alhambra that much. So I still got the gift. But he's like, I got a mystery box for you. And I'm like, what? He's like, I ordered things off Kickstarter. And I'm thinking, what did you get off Kickstarter for me? And then I got there and it was the whole box is expansions. It is a board game sized box of nothing but expansions.
Isn't it like 16 expansions or something?
16, 17 expansions.
That's a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say too many, but it's a lot.
That's a lot. No. There could be more. But that's a lot of expansions. So like, okay, cool. That's a thing. Also, we need to play Galaxy Trucker before you go again.
Yes,
Because Mr. Diana does not like Galaxy Trucker.
this is true.
But me and Mr. Ben do.
Okay.
So
We'll play Galaxy Trucker.
we can build some Borg cubes now that you're watching The Next Generation.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm
Plans
into
made.
it.
When you have time? I don't know. We'll find some time.
We'll find some time.
We're talking about cat wizards. I apologize.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. There's cats and there's wizards and there's cat wizards. There's also dinosaurs, in case you weren't totally sold on it yet. And there's a system of magic that is scientifically explained and used in conjunction with science, and I like it. And they have these world gates for like fast travel, basically.
Mhm.
And they're explained in sort of computer networking terms, as if they were servers or something, which I love.
Delights you?
It does delight me. I am into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other day it unexpectedly hit me with some feels. Like a sad thing happened right as because I listened to it in the car on my way to work.
Yeah.
And so I had myself a tiny cry in the parking lot at work because a sad thing happened.
In your book, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
do
just hit me.
all the time.
It hit me with some feels right out. Like a big action scene happened and was resolving, and like, okay, everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is not okay. Ah!
Yep. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're super attached to these characters. Like, no, what do you mean? Ah.
Yeah. So-
Uh-huh.
I'm into this book. I got it as a Secret Santa present 2 Christmases ago.
Must have been.
Yeah. So I still don't know who gave me the book, but I should hug them because it might be my new favorite book.
I'd like to note to Diana, who can see my cat, is there's all that space to sleep on the other couch. Where is she sleeping? Right up next to my sock bag.
Yes, I think she's cuddling it, in fact.
She is.
It's pretty darn cute.
This is why she ends up on Instagram a lot, guys. When she's sleeping wrapped around my yarn, she looks adorable and completely perfect. And then she wakes up and yells at me. I was so lectured when I got home yesterday. I was out for too long. She gave me such grief. I didn't even make it down the stairs. I was getting yelled at before I even got downstairs. Like, I'm sorry.
Just take this picture here.
Mm-hmm. So we stop our pod. We're such professional podcasters. I think that's it. Are we done?
I think we're done.
Sweet.
I had to take that picture. It's
That
very
had to
cute.
happen. It is very cute. Might end up on Instagram, guys. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's a thing. So I will say if we're done, then until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
My mouth is so itchy.
Well, let's go get you another beverage and eat some more Bannock.
Yeah.